Okay, so the power went out in our house, so this has been happening lately. I don't really know why. They're like doing construction or something, and they're purposely turning the power off in the area. So we're filming this part in the bus, which actually makes so much sense. So yeah. So I just wanted to like finally address why we're doing this, because some bad shit happened. No, I'm just kidding. No.
One thing that did happen though is the area is growing, and that is why our power is out.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Is that what you would think? Like,
I really do.
Yeah.
There's so much growth in the area, and they're making changes to the grid. They have to. So randomly, our power goes out.
Yeah.
And,
just not cool.
But in this house, our little house on wheels, we don't have to worry about that. We have to be aware of it, but we have the. We're off grid right now. We have solar power that's charged up, even though it's raining. It charged all day.
So awesome.
We're golden.
So basically, right now, since I'm with my mom and we have the time, I wanted to just talk to you guys about why we're doing this, because we've been having, since I first told you guys, everyone's been like, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And I'm like, well, because we want to. But just to go like a little bit more in depth for anybody who cares to hear. So we'll just kind of give you like the whole backstory on like how this happened and why we decided to do this.
Yeah, why would we want to?
Yeah. So, yeah, you can just say like what kind of happened, what sparked it for you.
I've always been kind of a free spirit and haven't had the opportunity to see much of the United States. It always sounded appealing to me personally to be able to just get in a car and go.
Yeah.
So I had, raised my kids. I have a big house. Love my house. So grateful. I've had great memories in it. Wonderful family events.
Her and my dad got divorced, so this house was just hers. So it's just like she just has this big house.
And it served a really lovely purpose.
Yeah, it was awesome. Lived there for 6 years?
Yeah. Bought it at the bottom of the market. The prices have gone up insanely. So I work cleaning houses. I love my clients, great jobs. I was getting restless.
Yeah. She was like,
I was happy and grateful about my work completely. And I also was getting restless and couldn't help it. Rachel and I
had just moved back in with her about a year and a half ago, and I had lived in LA for a while. I moved back up here to kind of help you basically with the house and just be here again because I wanted to be back and whatever. And then forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, we were working for the house. It was a great place to live. My mortgage was low.
Exactly.
Considering how much rent is in the Seattle area, my mortgage was far less than most apartment rent. Yeah. And so it was really a struggle to decide, do I stay and pay this cheap rent, or do I keep the house? If I want to keep it, I want it to be a nice home. I want it to be kept up.
Right.
And I was finding that the cost of keeping a home up was a little more than I wanted to deal with. And the time that it takes to keep a house up, I could have worked more, but I didn't want to just work for a house.
Yeah. So, like, I came back up from LA, and I feel like I saw basically what you're describing, which was she's working a lot, and, like, you always had a good attitude about your job, which I really respected, but I could tell, like, and you told me, like, I'm over it. I'm just, like, I don't want to do the same thing anymore. You're so free, and you just wanted more. So I remember early on, like, when I moved back in with her, being like, sell the house. This is way too big. Like, especially from living in a small apartment, I came here, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have 4 bedrooms. I was like, you need to sell this house. What are you doing?
Yeah, and if you're someone like me, you have space, you fill it. I like to collect things.
She loves
like funky
stuff.
Blankets and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I like my stuff, and but it was just starting to take over. Yeah, so a house full of stuff.
Yeah. So we'd kind of like done that whole thing. Like it's always been something I wanted to do, and I think you too. Like And my grandma, her mom, has lived in an RV before, and so it's always kind of been in both of our minds, like, that would be so fun.
Yeah, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, it would be like,
and I really,
can't with my job.
Yeah, and I felt like people depended on me, and I really had great opportunities in my job and things, but I couldn't contain it anymore.
So I think kind of a turning point for both of us was on Mother's Day, right? Yeah, Mother's Day weekend.
2018.
We took a trip.
We went over to the Olympic Peninsula in my RAV4, and if you put the seats down in the back, we found we could sleep.
Yeah.
And we traveled good together. It was easy, fun. We got to see some great places. We're simple. We realized we don't, you have a big house, you can't, I had 10 pairs of scissors, but I can't find a pair. I don't have...
Literally my life.
Yeah, I'm not super organized.
Was.
I am organized, but it was just too busy, too much.
You just have
upstairs,
so much in your
downstairs.
brain.
Yeah, it was like, I wanted to simplify, but how do you? This forces you to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously forces. Also on that weekend, I didn't have my phone, and it was just so nice to just, like, be in the moment, be with my mom, being in the nature.
Oh,
it's
nature,
just like,
yeah.
Nature.
Oh,
it's
nature,
just like,
yeah.
like, we came back feeling so good, and we were like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
There were times during this months that I thought, I've got to keep this house. It is so, what a blessing to get to have a home.
Yeah.
And I'll need it for my old age. It will be my bank, But when I realized how much prices had gone up, and I looked around one day, so we went on that trip.
Yeah.
And I got in my hammock in my front yard. I'm the funky lady who's got the colorful hammock in the front yard.
It's so nice.
And I'm just kicking back in the hammock and thinking, and the neighbor from across the street came over and he goes, I want to buy your house. And I thought, and he does. But long story short, that got me thinking about it. And I talked to my boss the next day, lovely woman who supported me, and it really I had just decided whether he bought it or not, I was selling.
Yeah.
And that began the long process of...
It was a long process. Yeah. I was in LA when she had the neighbor come over, and she basically just called me and she was like, all right, so do you really want to do this? Would you be down to, like, move into an RV and sell the house? And I was like, yeah. She was like, we're going to have to get rid of the cats. We're going to, there's going to be stuff that we don't want to think about that we're going to have to do. It's going to be sacrifices.
It's going to be a process, yeah.
And we were just like, okay, yeah, okay, let's do it. And we were, excited, but scared and, sad. But, holy shit, we can actually do this if we want.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. I also had the taxes situation, being self-employed, and the cost of living in Seattle. All those things added up to I had some debt that I really want to get out from under. So that was part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much more free.
Right. Once we decided that, I decided I was gonna.
Yeah.
I didn't want Rachel.
You can come. I want you to come, but you
don't have to. But yeah, it was us together. But we also realized, okay, Rachel's life is really unpredictable.
Yeah.
And so there'll be a lot of rolling with things. I'm not a person that needs to have everything planned out.
Yeah. So for anybody, if somebody is watching this who doesn't know who I am, I'm a model. So I travel randomly for my job, basically.
Yeah. So once I started to, I call her my other mother. She got me a book about full-time RVing. Once I read that, and I started looking on YouTube, I really got excited. I realized that I'm not the only person. I knew other people did it, but I didn't know how many people are doing it.
Yeah, it's quite a movement.
And with the internet today, with social media, you can get so much information. I feel like there's a whole community of people out there that are already doing it that I'm looking forward to meeting. And just, it came down to trading stuff that I dust and take care of, and then leave to go get money to come back and stay there and take care of.
It's trading a vicious cycle.
I'm trading all of that. They call it sticks and bricks. I'm trading all of that for life experience, you know? So
Yeah.
there's sacrifices.
Definitely.
You know, my family of origin, they're all from here. I'm like 3rd generation. Rachel, you're like 4th generation Pacific Northwest girl. So yeah, my grandmother lives here still. My son, you know, good friends
Yeah,
that
my
are
high school
friends that are
friends.
like family. So
Yeah.
it's not, you know, it's hard to think of that, but we've got wheels under this house, so we
Yeah.
can come back, you know?
Yeah, we can go anywhere. So, yeah, that's basically why. Like, I mean, for me, it's that stuff, and then also just because of my job and how superficial it is. Because also, obviously, I'm an Instagram influencer, whatever you want to call that, and so a lot of my life is comprised of very fake things, I guess you could say, or things that are just like not really very authentic, and so I crave authenticity in my life, I think, and just like being able to be myself. And I mean, obviously I can always be myself, but it's just like a deeper level of that. And then I love being outside, and I love traveling, and I really think it's important to just take advantage of life and just live it how you want to live it, like regardless of anything. So and I'm also super lucky with my job that wherever we are, I can always find an airport and fly out to California or wherever I need to go for my job. And then also, if you guys are watching and you like this, obviously we can create really sick content, and that can also help us be able to live this life. So that was kind of 2 different things I was just talking about, but anyways. But yeah, so that's another reason. Like, social media definitely allowed me to be able to do this, and it's also one of the reasons that I want to do this.
And for me, I feel like I can earn money. I can always go back to my old life.
Yeah,
exactly. You know, I can always buy another house and do what I've always done, which I really enjoy. I clean houses. I house sit. I'm a caregiver. I do that kind of one-on-one type personal stuff for people. So my first place I'm going to is I get to go house sit where one of our cats moved.
Yeah,
and
Cooper.
visit Cooper. And you know, there's something for me that I just like new experiences.
Yeah.
And I
crave that.
Yeah. I like to do a job and then maybe not do it again for a little while.
Yeah.
Take a break.
So, obviously, I mean, bottom line is there's a lot of reasons why we're doing this, and
yeah,
we're just excited. I'm so excited, and yeah, I think doing this will be so inspiring and like help me or us be the best people that we can be, and hopefully in turn, like what I hope to do with YouTube and the videos that we make, hopefully we can inspire people in any way, like in a multitude of ways.
Yeah.
To just
open your mind to, you know, we had this dream for a long time and it was kind of a joke almost.
Yeah, totally.
You know, we can't do that. But really, the more we allowed,
yeah,
I don't know, the possibility there, yeah, I don't know, something just clicked. And we, you know, life is short.
Yeah, I think it just became like,
why not? Why couldn't we?
Yeah, it was just exactly that. It was just, why not? And we just realized that we would rather do this than live in the house.
Yeah, it's pretty
it just
simple.
Became really obvious. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, hopefully that basically answers you guys' question. I wanted to give you guys like a real answer because not everyone, but people have been commenting and asking. So hopefully that clears it up for you. Yeah, I think it's a cool opportunity for me to just keep it very real with you guys too, and just bring back like some level of connection with the people, with you guys that watch my videos and follow me on Instagram and stuff, and yeah, just bring something real to the table because I think that's a lot more interesting right now. The house closes on the 19th, and then we'll start making videos of our travels in the bus.
Yay, I'm so excited! We're almost there!
It's actually so crazy if you think about like how far we've come. Like, I mean, this is crazy. It was just an idea, and now it's happening.
Yeah.
We have a bus. I don't even know how we found this perfect piece of work.
Oh, that's another thing. I had to do a lot of research and thinking about what we wanted, and we really did make. This was really an emotional decision to buy this bus. It inspired us. That's what Rachel said. When we walked in, we were like, we are inspired.
That was why we bought this, yeah.
We're both creative people, but in different ways. I'm really like hands-on. I knew this was going to be my home. I want it to reflect my personality.
Yeah.
We wanted light and space. This place is wide.
Super wide.
So it fit us, and there wasn't any bad reason other than maybe the gas mileage.
Yeah. But
to
yeah,
get it.
That's another thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lots of research about what we wanted to do. If you've been watching my videos, you saw us check out lots of different options. But yeah, the bottom line was with the bus, it was just inspiring. I was like, this is cool, and it just feels really good.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll show you more about the bus maybe if you guys are interested. Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cute inside.
Yeah.
It's still messy right now, but it'll be cute.
We'll do a Q&A really soon because I've also had requests for that. So that'll probably be the next video. Anyways, thanks for listening to us talk. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And that's pretty much it. See you guys soon. All right, peace.